communications. I actually didn't know about this area of activation when I was first starting out, so I thought I'd share a little bit about my background and how I came to be working in this industry. So way back when I was at school, and I know I'm not going to look that old, but I was about 25, 30 years ago, I actually wanted to work either in advertising or being a fashion. And I had no idea how to get into advertising. I just remember setting a couple of TV shows about the industry and thought that was like fun. So I talked to my careers advisor, and unfortunately at the time she didn't know how to get into advertising either. And I was studying art right through school, but I was also doing a lot of science courses and things like that to see if I could get into vet science. So didn't unfortunately make it into vet science, but ended up finding my way into the advertising industry. How I did that was really on my own research and asking people and figuring it out how to get my foot in the door. So there wasn't the courses around like you guys have today at in education. I actually thought, I didn't want to be a graphic designer, but I wanted to work in some sort of management level in an advertising agency. So the first thing I did was I found out about a program called a law school. And I remember contacting them. It was run by Reader's Digest at the time. It's still going, in fact, today. And I contacted them and said, I'd really like to apply for a law school. And it was a program that was being run in agencies after hours. It was a 12-week program, and you had to get in by invitation, so you would apply for it. And I was still at school. I didn't tell them that. I applied for it, and they rang me back and said, you've got in. I said, great. And the guy on the phone said, what agency do you work in? Which were you interning? And I said, well, I'm not actually interning, I'm still at school. And he said, oh, you can't actually apply for it when you're at school because you're working in an agency. And I said, well, on the ad it didn't say that. And he said, oh, okay. So they had to let me in. So off I would trot after school for 12 weeks. And I was allocated J. Lloyd Thompson in my school uniform. You can imagine all the creatives and art directors and potential copywriters sitting in the room looking at me in my school uniform. It was quite fun. So I did 12 weeks of that and I was hooked. But then I didn't know how to then get into an agency. So my dad suggested to me, what about accounting? So I studied accountancy at TAFE, and then I started working in an office, an accountancy office in accountancy. And I didn't look at it at all. And I really, really wanted to get into the advertising industry. So I went through the yellow pages, we didn't have internet in those days. And I looked up all the advertising agencies, started sending my CV off and letters of application. And I got a headhunter actually that contacted me and said, we'd like to interview for a position in an advertising agency as an assistant accountant. I thought, well, I'll take it. So I went for the interview, got the job, and that's my foot in the door. So I started in an agency in Sydney called Finlay Priest Advertising as the assistant accountant. In 5 years in that agency, I went from assistant accountant right through to financial controller, became operations manager, and led every facet of an advertising agency. I had really bosses who exposed me to everything. And then after 5 years, I thought, I now want to work in another agency and move my way up, and I really wanted to study marketing. So what I did was I found a job in another agency called Outdoors, and I thought all agencies were advertising agencies, but this one happened to be an activations agency. And they were interviewing me to look after, as an account service person, as an account manager, to look after the Nestle account. I thought, Nestle, wow, lifesavers, that'd be fantastic. So I got the job as an account manager, and I found the world of activations, which is promotion, shop marketing, experiential marketing, events. I was hooked. That was it for me. I knew that I'd found my niche. What excites me about being part of a global group is, oh, you have your own business and now you're in corporate and isn't it all politics? And I said, when it's your own business, it's great. I love that, and I've done that, I achieved in that, and now I want to be in corporate because the budgets are bigger, the opportunities are massive. I get to work with so many fantastic people, yet when you're in your own business, it's very small, and you need to be a person that can drive and self-manage yourself and your time really well. When you're in corporate, you've got a massive amount of people around you, and you've got somebody that can help you with everything, because you're not good at everything. And I just love the opportunity of being able to go around the world and 150 offices and walking in and everyone knows who you are, and you'll be able to start having a conversation about helping a client out. So for me, I found my niche. I've had a big journey. It's sort of been, from started small agencies, worked my way up, started my own business, sold that. I've pretty much done everything you can do in advertising and marketing in most roles. but I love the industry. But I think for you getting into the communications or the advertising or media or digital, whatever industry you're interested in, I think the best advice I can give you is to really do your homework, because I didn't know all the different areas of advertising industry when I first started out. And there's a job for everybody in our industry. I mean, we've got people that are just good at finance, we've got people that are good at admin, we've got creatives that are really good at doing the creative work, we've got people that need to be, in management roles, we've got people that are really great to sitting in account service roles. Some people are great at digital, and some people just want to have a behind the scenes, not client interfacing, and other people are fantastic for the client. There's a role for everybody. So I say to you, do your studies, get your internships, try and find people that you know from the industry and talk to them and find out and ask questions about it. Get yourself a mentor, but just get your foot in the door, and then you can see where it takes you. But once you get the foot in the door, get the appetite to start moving around. I hope my sharing of my story today really inspires you. Feel free to ask any questions, and I've also brought Paul along too. Some of you are from a creative background, you may want to ask about getting into an agency and what your day-to-day involves. And I'll probably get Paul to talk about, working in the creative industry a little bit for a few seconds and tell them about life's like in a real agency studio.
Should I hop on it? Yeah. All right, listen. Real agency. In fact, my last 48 hours were early morning flight to Melbourne, meeting my new team. I'm 8 days into the job. So, I've got a New Zealand team as well to oversee, so I'm still getting to know everyone and everything. I know where the kitchen is, where the bathroom is, and I know where I can park. It was early morning flights, in cabs, meet the team, meet the first lot of clients, and I spent the first night in Melbourne till 3 a.m. scamping on the glass shower screen, because I needed to do some thumbnails and some sketches for a meeting at 7:15 the next morning. So up early, 3 hours sleep, and then back on the plane after the second time meeting, which was with a couple of breweries yesterday afternoon. At your stage, getting started is passion. I mean, Kylie's talked about it, and Kylie's an epitome of that, no matter what culture she's on, what things in this industry. If you're passionate, and I'm assuming most of you are, you're here now, live, eat, breathe this stuff. I was asked recently, what would I do if I wasn't doing my current job? I'd be creative. I've been awarded across TV, video, I've designed toys for McInnes globally, DM specialists, retail is a specialty for the last 12 years. There's not much I haven't done in illustration, storyboarded, concept design for film and video in the US, graphic novels, that was that stuff. So I've always had an interest across any of those areas. And I've got 2 kids, so I get a lot of my own spare time, and obviously I'm doing teams, but if I have time, I'm doing something creative.